What? Hello, welcome back to more One Piece. We're back to One Piece finally. After a good long while. Actually, I'm gonna make this window a little bigger on my end, if you do not mind. So it's been a hot minute. Do I have an excuse for why? No. It's just I wasn't too happy with the current meta, but after the bans, things seem to be doing. Oh, this sucks. I hate adjusting this window. It's always like a pain in the butt. But there we go. We got it. But yeah, welcome back. We're back finally to One Piece. I got to a point where basically everything and anything I wanted to build in One Piece, I basically played and tested and made videos on. So mostly when we get to this point, usually I just wait for the next set to come out, try a new deck, or if a new set is dropping, I'll do like a quick, a quick set review, more or less, going over each card or most cards and deciding if, what I think about them. I'm excited to do OP13, but I'm gonna wait for PRB02 to come out before I do OP13. Mostly just because I've been doing that with the last two sets, so I usually review the set before, a few months before it comes out. And weirdly enough, that kind of lines up with pretty close to release date. So we're just gonna keep that, gravy train going, if you don't mind. But either way, we're gonna be checking out OP12 Koala. This is most of the deck that I have put together. I don't have these cards, funny enough. I don't know what happened to them. They're like penny cards, so I'm not too worried about getting my hands on them. But after a little bit of testing, I think this is a list that I am okay with. I'm not sure. I've played a couple of games. I've done them mostly like test games with the solo version, which we might end up doing in this stream. I'm not too sure. I also have another list from OB12. We're going to be looking at Kuzan probably next time, but Kuzan, I'm not worried about Kuzan. It's a relatively straightforward deck. It's a deck that's kind of already figured out, so I'm not too concerned about him. What I was more concerned about was Koala, because if you didn't know, when this card got leaked, everybody was, up in arms about, oh my god, Koala is going to be so busted. This is crazy. Black Yellow finally is going to make a comeback. Yellow's going to be crazy again. Oh, it's going to be the bully of the format. The card came out, the leader came out, nothing happened. It fell flat on its face almost immediately. And it seems like even with the next couple of sets that are coming out, doesn't seem like there's a lot of support with Koala in mind. But I would say that the leader ability in general is generic enough to where I think give it a while, it will become a menace. But as of right now, it's up in the air because the leader ability is generic. You don't have to build it in any one direction. However, a card that was released alongside it was the Monkey D. Dragon, which wants you to build the deck it's in a certain direction. And I don't think Koala is the right deck for that. We know that the new red black Sabo works a lot better with this dragon. I don't know if this Koala works great with this dragon. And also, there's another elephant in the room. We're not playing the new 6-drop Kuma, which is to be expected. Mostly because that's a crazy expensive card. Let us back out for a minute and get this reloaded. It's been a while since I've been on the simulator. I have not played in quite a long time, since I basically last recorded. So please forgive me if these games are going to be poo-poo games this session. But either way, obviously, the elephant in the room or the bear in the room is there is no Kuma in this list. Why is that? One, this card is crazy expensive right now. There's no reason to be buying this card at $40 or $60 a pop. That's insane. I don't even think this is like a $10 card. It's a good card, I'm not gonna lie. It's a 6/7 with 1k counter. On play, trash a card from your hand, add the top card of your deck to your life, and then this character gains +2 cost. I mean, that's good. I like the on play effect. That's not bad. The opponent's turn on KO, add the top card of your deck to your life. That's also pretty good. So in an ideal world, you're gonna heal twice with this. However, I don't know. Healing is good. It keeps the game going longer, but it doesn't necessarily advance your game plan. As we've seen with, let's see, it's with Basil Hawkins. This is a good card. this is not breaking anyone's records. Like, this is not like breaking the meta in any sense. And it's a similar thing. Kiku, similar thing. This is great. I like this. It's a good card. It's not breaking the meta. And then this kid, not the same thing, but adjacent to this kind of idea of like, oh, we're gonna mess with your life if you want to mess with this guy. So again, kid is great, not $40 great. So that is why I don't want to be playing with this card until we're looking at like a $10 card each. That's just for the base rarity. I would not mind paying $10 or less for the base rarity. I think at 40, this is crazy. You are far better off just running the category. I have 1,000% guarantee you will not notice the difference. Even Charlotte Linlin, this is what I'm using as a replacement right now, is just Charlotte Linlin. This is a far better card for this deck. This is more in line what you want to be doing with the leader Koala. But either way, we're gonna do a deck breakdown. I'll be talking about some of the decisions I made and like why I'm heading in this direction for the deck. I think it's good. I think I need to get some online play with it. I need to do a couple of test games with a couple of random decks and see how it goes up against more competent players or more competent decks, one of the two. But either way, let's go ahead and just do a quick breakdown of the deck. So this is Koala, black yellow leader, 4 life, 5k power. When this leader attacks your opponent leader, if you have 2 or more characters with a cost of 8 or more, draw a card. Great effect late game. It's really good. Gets you to draw into your 2k counters. Gets you to draw into your events, but not something you should be relying on. It's not something that's going to be happening anytime soon. This is definitely a late game leader from what I can tell. And then it also has once per turn. When your opponent plays a character with an original cost of 8 or more, or when your opponent plays a character through an effect of a character, you may activate this effect. Your opponent adds the top card of their life to their hands. So this is probably, that was the part of the leader where people were freaking out. Where it's like, oh my god, like Doflamingo's dead, Luffy's dead, all these decks are dead. You know, it's this, all this is gonna do is keep burning life and all that stuff. And they're not wrong. This leader definitely burns life. But by the time you're dropping your 8 drops and you're dropping characters with characters, it's kind of over. It's a little bit over. It's already at the point where you can kind of afford to get rid of the life. Same thing with like the 8-drop kid. Like a lot of people were afraid of 8-drop kid. It kind of turned out that it wasn't that big of a deal because you can kind of just push through it. You can push through the pain and be fine as long as you had a healthy enough life. If you're responsible with your life cards, you can kind of just deal with it. But I think as time goes on, this leader will continue to push the power level, and then we will get to a point where potentially this leader does become a problem. I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon. And I don't even think this leader's all that great. I'll be honest. I think she's really cute. I really like her alt. And those were the 2 justifications I had for buying the leader and putting this deck together and making this stream and everything about that. So either way, let's go ahead and just kind of go through the deck quickly. I'm not going to go through card by card because there are plenty of videos like that. So this is our searcher. It's a top 3 searcher. We pick out a Revolutionary Armory card, or we pick out a Nico Robin. Only thing we can't pick up is Koala, and then we trash the other ones. So just your generic searcher, top 3 searcher, trash whatever you don't grab. Pretty standard. This is Bella Betty, a 2k counter. It has a when attacking, trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Relevant because things like Dragon want to see Revo cards in the trash, so it's good to be filling up the trash with these 2 effects. And then it has give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2 costs during this turn. This, I have a hard time deciding if I really want to commit to this. Obviously in the future, we're going to potentially be replacing this card pot, but it does kind of play into our strategy of wanting to control the board, which what we're doing here basically is instead of hitting a 5, we're hitting a 7. Instead of hitting a 8, we're hitting a 9. And instead of hitting a 7, we're hitting a 9 with this. So all that kind of stuff. That's kind of like the idea. No, 8, 9, 10. No, we're hitting a 10 with this. I can do math. But either way, that's sort of the idea of having this Betty in here. It's a Revel card that we can search with Koala. It is a 2k counter that we can easily just dump into the trash for the requirements for dragon. And then of course, like in a pinch, if we think we can really control the board, if we can absolutely trust it, we can throw this down on the board and start giving things -2 to complement our different plays of Katakuri or Nami or Kaido. As you can see, these are only 2-ofs, so it's not really a main strategy. What I wanted to do is, other than a control list, I wanted to go with like a tempo style list. So I wanted to make sure that we can tempo out, always have an option, always have something to do on each of our turns, and not just kind of like peter out so quickly. So that's kind of why some of the cards are also in here as well. It's just try to keep tempo as we play our turns, whether we're on the odd curve or we're on the even curve. Anyways, Piranha. Now this is a bit of a weird one. Not super weird, I don't think, because it has 2 effects that we really want to do. So Piranha is a 4/5, 4 cost, 5k power, 2k counter. On play, if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, choose one of the following. First option, your opponent discards 1 card from your hand. That's primarily what we're doing. And then it has a second option of give up to one of your opponent's characters -3 costs for the turn. Really bad return on investment if you do the second effect. First effect is pretty good because you get a 4/5 body on the field, and you get to force your opponent to discard a card regardless of their hand size. So that's shockingly good, because a lot of these cards that want you to discard stuff, they have a requirement of 5 cards in hand. So it is nice to just force your opponent to just trash a card regardless of what their hand size is. Convenient for some decks, not convenient with other decks. Kind of just, you play it by ear. Similar thing to Betty, where you kind of play this last resort, but it's not a bad body to play out. This is a little bit of a worse body to play out. So either way, our next one is Hack. Probably one of the first cards we're actually trying to actively play out is Hack. Hack is a 4 cost, 5k power, 1k counter. If your leader is a Rebel Army type, this character gains blocker and +4 costs. So it's a blocker, and then it becomes an 8 cost character, which of course we know is going to fulfill our requirements for some of these characters in the future. And then it's on KO. If your leader has Rebel Army, give up to one of your opponent's characters with an original cost of 4 or less. So this is paying attention to original cost, which is good. As we know, in the future, things are increasing. I mean, obviously with this card alone, we can see that things are increasing their original cost by a lot. So it's nice that this will look at the labeled cost and be like, F this guy, send him to the grave. So it's pretty good. I do like this. I think it's a good blocker. I don't have issues with it. And we need more cards that set at 8 cost, because obviously I think our leader also wants our characters to be at 8 costs or more. Yeah, so these are very easy things to fulfill that requirement. Our next one is Karasu. Karasu is a 5 cost, 6k power, 1k counter. If your leader is a Rebel Army type, this character gains +3 costs, pushing it to 8 costs, exactly where we want to be. When attacking, if your leader is a Rebel Army type and your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, your opponent trashes 1 card from their hand. So weaker version than Piranha, but a more significant body that is a Rebel. It's a relevant type that is an 8 cost essentially on our field. So good cards to have on the field. Nico Robin, I only have this at 2. I'm debating if I want to push it up or down. Well, if I'm going to push it up primarily. It is searchable. It's not a Rebel type. It does sit at 8 cost, but its effect could sometimes not be the most impactful, which is why it's at 2. I feel like this Lin is a little bit more impactful for the list than this Robin, so that's why this is at 2. So either way, it's a 6 cost, 7k power leader that has, if your leader is Koala or Monkey D. Luffy, this character gains blocker and +3 cost. So this sits at 9 cost, and it gains blocker in this deck. If you remember, I also have this in my mono black Luffy list. Actually, I don't even think you've seen the updated list. That's okay. We're not here to talk about Luffy. This is a pretty good card in Luffy. I do like it. It's a big blocker and has on play, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, your opponent trashes 2 cards from their hand. So this is even more hoops to jump through. So not only do you have to trash a card from hand, then you have to wait for them to have 5 cards in hand, and then they can trash 2 cards. So pushing them down to 3. And then obviously, if you can push it with Piranha, maybe you can get them down to 2 cards in hand. And maybe with Kaido, maybe you can get them to push it down to 1 card in hand. But that's, you know, magical Christmas land. We're not able to do that in the game. Would be cool, but we can't. So yeah, either way, here's Nico Robin. She's only a Straw Hat. I wish in this card in particular, she was a rebel army, so that we wouldn't have to deal with stuff like this koala where it's like, oh, you can search for Robin and rebel army types. Just give her the rebel type. I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think it would be breaking anything that is unintentional, but you know, it's not my game. I gotta remind myself, it's their game, not mine. I would do stuff a little bit differently, but you know, I think it's a good enough game. I really like this game a lot. So either way, next card, Dragon. So Monkey D. Dragon is an 8 cost, 8,000 power, no counter character. On play, you may place 3 Revolutionary Army type cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. If your leader is Revolutionary Army, play up to 1 character with a cost of 6 or less from your trash. So pretty both limiting and very open. Limiting because in order to even get the effect to go off, you need Revo types. You need like 3 Revos in your trash, which we know with Kobe, most of your deck has to be the type in order to get this consistently whenever you play it out on curve. I could potentially drop this down to 3 or 2, but I think the value is so good. I would rather put more Revo cards in my deck than not have this in the deck, if that makes sense. It is good, and like I said earlier, I don't know if Koala wants to be playing this, because this feels very limiting in kind of its play space. But I don't know. I mean, I've only just put this deck together, and I just started testing it, and it's been a hot minute since we played, so you know, we're gonna play it by ear. I think this is a great card. I don't know if Koala wants to be playing it in the future, but let's keep pushing forward. So our next card is Kaido. Kaido is a 9-drop, 9,000 power character with no counter. Activate main once per turn. You may discard 1 card from your hand. If this character was played this turn, place up to 1 of your opponent's 7 cost or lower characters in the trash. Then your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. So this is a very stupid way to get around on-play effect. This is basically an on-play effect with more words, but we're discarding a card, which is okay, mostly because we want to be trying to get this dragon effect in case we have a second one in hand. We want to make sure we have the Revel cards in trash. Also, being able to trash a 7 cost that may have protection, not a big deal, because one of my biggest issues with One Piece right now is the fact that we have a lot of ways to protect characters on board, like hard protect, not a soft protection, like a hard protection. Like there are characters out there like Tashigi who are like, if your character would be removed on play, you may instead rest this character. So even with like words like this, where it's like, oh, put the character in trash instead of KO or anything else, it could still get, you know, worked around. It's really annoying, but it does trash a character on your opponent's field, and it does make them discard a card from hand. So even if they manage to protect a character from getting trashed, they still have to trash a card from hand. So there's still some benefit running this. I think it's fine at 2. It's a good top end card in case we run out of dragons, or in case we don't have any more dragons, or in case we search it up with us. This is a good thing to grab. So that's why this is here. It's at a 2 because I'm not like super confident in it yet, but we'll see in the future. Karasu. This is a 3 cost, 4k power, 1k counter Karasu blocker. Trigger. If your leader has the Revolutionary Army type and the total of yours and your opponent's life cards is 5 or less, play this card. Kind of a lot of hoops to jump through, but basically mid to late game, if this comes out of life, you can play it as a blocker, which is not bad. Arguably probably better as a blocker to trigger. It's probably better to trigger this out than it is to keep it in hand, if you meet the requirements, of course. So you always have to keep the requirements in mind. Of course, if we don't need to use this card, we always have a Nami to trash it too, which then would fulfill our dragon's quota. Next card is Koala, or no, it's Kuma. Bartholomew Kuma is a 4 cost, 5k power, 2k counter. It only has trigger if your leader has Revolutionary Army type, and the total of yours and your opponent's life is 5 or less, play this card. So basically, it's the same trigger as Karasu. However, this is just a 2k counter with no extra effects, which again, similar effects Actually, unless we can guarantee game, we probably want to just keep this in our hand whenever we draw it from our life. I don't even think we want to throw this at Nami. So realistically, the only thing we're throwing at Nami is Karasu, our events, and our 2 events. So keep that in mind. You probably don't want to be trashing this to Nami. Speaking of which, we also have Nami. Nami is a 5 cost, 5,000 power, 1k counter character. On play, you may trash 1 card with trigger from your hand, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Then, if you have 3 or less cards in your hand, draw 1 card. And then the trigger is activate this card's on play effect. So, I think it's very, very rare occasions you want to be trying to trigger this because you're going down on cards in hand, which if you're low on card hand, hand size, you probably only have these in hand and you don't really want to be trying to trash these late game to Nami just to KO a 5 drop nothing. But it's situational, you never know. But it's on play effect, like as a body you play out. I think it's good. I think it's worth playing. It's a good mid-game answer. It gives us a good bridge from a 3 cost to a 5 cost. If we end up going first, if we end up going second, we can kind of just ignore this and just use it as just counter. Or, occasional removal, depending on if we can hit something down by 2, and then we can hit like a 7 cost, then it's a little more useful. But that's all situational. So that's why this is at a 2. Our next card is Charlotte Linlin. It's a 6-drop, 7k power, no counter. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand if your opponent chooses one. So your opponent discards 2 cards from their hand, or trash 1 card from the top of your opponent's life cards. So basically, you give your opponent 2 choices. They can either trash 2 cards from their hand or trash the top card of their life. I think regardless of the situation, you're okay with either one, especially if you get to play this out with Dragon. If you get to play out Linlin with Dragon, oh man, you're laughing to the bank. There is always upside to this when you play it out for free. Even on curve, I think it's okay on curve. I don't think you're hurting to play this out on 6. If you don't have like a Robin to play out for 6, or if you don't have a Karasu out yet, Linlin could be a good 6-drop or a 7-drop, depending on what your Dawn curve is. You can either drop this on 6 or 7. But yeah, I do like this. I think this is a really cool tech card for Koala, and this is kind of the direction I want Koala to go into. So we'll see in the future if we can kind of push this further, but right now this is very early concepts for the deck. Our next card is Katakuri. Katakuri is an 8-drop, 8,000 power, no counter. On play, put up to 1 character with a cost of 8 or less on top or bottom of its owner's life area face up. So good old-fashioned removal. This is like the pinnacle of what we want to be doing in One Piece. This is great. It's an 8-drop that gets rid of an 8-drop in a very unique way. And it's threatening on the board. It could even potentially heal you. Like if you play this out, you could potentially just put a Linlin in life, or you can put like, I don't know, a Nami. You can put any of your triggers, well, these guys into life. Can't put these into life, but you can put these into life. So pretty useful, I think. Still, even to this day, until this gets rotated out, this is a good card to be just running generically. God, this is gonna suck when it gets rotated out. But I like this card. I think it works great. If by the time you watch this, rotations happen, which is like in 8 months, a good replacement other than Kuma, of course, you can always run Kuma, but what is the other Linlin? You can also play the 7-drop Linlin. This is completely fine. Like if you don't have this one to play, you can play this one. Put this at 2. Well, no, this is also from set 1. Bumkiss. Well, if rotations happen by the time you watch this, then just put in Kuma. I'm sure in the future, in like 8 months, Kuma will be like, a $2 card. So feel free to put as many as you want in the deck. Not a big deal. Our next one is Waxing Fist. Waxing Fist. There we go. This is a pretty interesting card. I don't know if I like it. I'll be real with you. I sometimes miss the trigger of like getting a 4K counter. So sometimes this card has burned me in the past. What I do like about this card is that it can meet our requirements for Dragon, and it's occasionally a 4K counter. if you're lucky, if you're paying attention. But it says, for 1 cost, this is a counter event. Up to 1 of your leaders or character cards gain 2k power during this battle. Then, if you have a Revolutionary Army type character with a cost of 8 or more, this card gains an additional 2k power. It has a trigger of draw 1 card, then trash the top card of your deck. Never want to, I don't want to trigger this out. I usually want to just keep this in hand. But, you know, this is not bad. I think, God, I wish Robin, again, this is why I wish Robin was a Revo, had the Revolutionary tag on it. Because then this would be a lot better, because this needs to see a 8-drop card, 8-drop Revo card. So that's why we have these at such high numbers. We're running all of these at 4, because these cards are 8 costs essentially on board, which then meets the requirements of Waxing Fist, which we want to make sure it's a 4k counter, because this also protects our characters, which nowadays is pretty rare for events to protect both the leader and character. I think that's pretty useful. So it's like a Radical Beam, pretty good Radical Beam if you can meet the requirements, which is in theory not hard in this deck, but you can sometimes miss it and be caught with your pants down, which kind of sucks. And then our next card is Us. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the One Piece game, believe it or not. I think since I've gone to play with this card more and more, I've fallen in love with these music cards. These are so good. It's a 2-cost event. Main, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with a cost of 4 or more, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. Trigger, activate this card main effect. So, doesn't matter where this card is, it's always live. You are laughing to the bank if this is at the top of your life. It's so good. Also, it does dig 1 deeper than Koala. Koala only looks at the top 3. This looks at the top 4. And it does not trash, it just bottom decks. Which, in this deck, you kind of want things in your trash, but you're not like desperate to get things in your trash. And also, we're not running a cohesive Revo army pack. Well, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. But hopefully you're a fan of One Piece. I'm almost done with the deck tech, and then we'll jump into a couple of games, and then strap in, because you're not going to see some. You'll see some high level play. I just can't guarantee it's going to be from me. But either way, this is a great card because we don't run a consistent Revo army package. We run, I think, like 24, 25 Revo cards, and our top end kind of is like all over the place. So being able to search these out with an event is pretty nice. So there's kind of the deck. I am pretty happy with it. I think this is at least different enough from what I've seen out there, and hopefully we can get some good games in. Like I said in the like I said in the beginning, I haven't played on the sim in like a hot minute. Looks like we can play on the West now, so that's good. We'll play with this, and then we'll just do some quick games. We'll see kind of what happens. I'm not expecting much, but we'll see what happens. Okay, hey, that's great. Let's see. Blaze. Is Blaze correct? Is that how you say your name? Oh, I hope so. Either way, yeah, I'm exactly in the same boat as you. I am a very I'm a casual gamer, casual One Piece enjoyer. I really do love playing off meta stuff, and I like finding things that are very strange. Oh, Blaze. Okay, perfect. I'm glad. But yeah, when this Koala came out for us, well, when this Koala got leaked, I was, oh man, I was so hyped because I'm like, yes, finally, Black Yellow has something interesting going on. And it was so disappointing to see that the leader really didn't like do much in the East. So people really haven't been cooking with it since it's not like very viable, especially because of Blue Purple Luffy. Blue Purple Luffy has kind of like dominated the game when that card was released. Let's just join a random game. See if we can, we'll go second. This is actually pretty good. So this is our perfect, our perfect victim. This is exactly what we like to see. What did you reveal? Oh, okay. Let's see. We'll deploy this. And we'll grab, I guess we'll just grab another hack. That's fine. And then we'll end the turn. you're going to regionals. Oh my goodness. Good luck. Good luck with regionals. I can guarantee you though, regionals is gonna be tough because there's gonna be a lot of Bonnies and there's gonna be a lot of Zoros out there. What are good counters? I'm trying to think what's a good counter to those decks. It might take me a minute to think. I'm trying to think. I think Yamato is a pretty decent counter. I'm not 100% sure though. I'd have to look at the charts to see exactly what works. Let's see. We're at 4, 5, 6. What can we do for 6? There isn't much we can do for 6. I think we're okay with just... actually, no, we can just use the blocker and then get rid of that. There we go. And then we can give this up. Oh, haha! You're just feeding me! 6, 7... I'll take the life. It's fine. We will not be triggering that. Another ETG. Let's see what we can do about this. They got 8 cards in hand right now. We can play out Karasu, which is not a bad idea. This needs to see... Yeah, we probably should play out Karasu. Just keep pressure up. Just get them to discard cards. That's fine. Go on. Play another ETG. I dare you. Let's see. This is 6, 5, 6, 7. We have a 2K. We can just... I have 2 decks paper, Reiju and Kuzan. Probably Kuzan is a better choice because Reiju isn't in the best condition right now. You're not wrong. Unfortunately, I would agree with you. As a fellow Reiju player, I am also in the same boat. I don't think Reiju's in a very hot position right now. Kuzan is a very consistent deck. I would 1000% agree with you. We might be able to push for game. You think we can push for game? We might. I don't know. They got a lot of cards in hand. I'm thinking. But yeah, Kuzan I think is a good choice for you. Very consistent. Like Kuzan gets like 9 cards in hand very easily. I have a Kuzan as well. I have a Kuzan deck as well. I can show you. One of my secret techs for Kuzan is the 8-drop Rush Luffy. If you want to kind of bring something that's a little spicier. Now let's see. These guys are definitely a problem. Now we can either push, which I don't think pushing right now with 9 cards in hand is a good idea. Trying to think what we can get away with. Because I feel like I should be playing either a blocker out. Hang on. He's already used up 2 of his guys. All right, and then there we go. Oh, Marco, that's right. Is regionals happening after PRB2? You fool, please. Have some consideration for your life. 4 4Ks. We can save this. We could also block, but I'm not going to block. Go ahead. Hit it again. 4. I will end up blocking with this. Won't be able to do much with that. Two costs, one blocker. Oh, nice. Very cool. Good luck with that in November. Holy moly. What do you got in hand? Let's see. Now we have a blocker. Okay. 6 cards in hand. Would it be smarter to play out a blocker with our dragon? It might be. I really want to play this. Lord knows I want to play this. All right, let's get dragon out. And we're probably going to grab a blocker with this. I think we're going to do hack. We'll end it there. All right, a little nervous. You know, he's so close to life. He's so close to losing. Right now, these are our 2 major threats. And obviously, if he wants to swing with his leader. I mean, what am I going to do? Am I going to save it? No. I could block, but I'm not going to block. Yeah, let's just get him to swing at us. 5. So, chances are, this is going to be another EGG, just based on the amount of Dawn he has open. I can take this hit, block the next one, and potentially take the next hit. We will probably be using that trigger. There you go. Now we have an extra blocker just in case. There we go. Come on, play out your EGG. Always looking for something. What you grab? Okay. He's digging. All right. We got one blocker to deal with. We can get him to trash 2 cards. All right, buddy. Good luck. All right. So all of his Dawn open. We're gonna have to block out of this. We don't have the Dawn open, so might as well. Yeah, and then that would basically be it. There we go. All right, that was good though. That was fun. Let's get another one in there. Let's see. Let's try Kuzan. Oh, I guess not. We're gonna do something different then. Buggy. Let's see what happens with Buggy. We are going. Opponent chose to go first, so we're going second. Is this a good second curve? it's okay. Because we'll have a 6 to 8. But we don't have any early game stuff. Oh, at least we have a searcher. Okay. We make that work. I'm wondering if in that last game, if we could have seen a Robin in trash. I wonder if that could have gotten us an extra blocker. If I should have grabbed the blocker instead of Linlin. Because Linlin has 2 choices, either trash 2 cards or trash a life. If you're at 0 life, then you can trash a life and not, obviously, go down. Something worth thinking about. So we already have Dragon. Actually, speak of the devil. We got the card. All right. Yeah, we didn't see this card at all. We might end up trying to push this to 3. But maybe we push Linlin down to 2, push Robin back up to 3. We'll see. It probably would have been. Yeah, looking back at the game, I think if I would have grabbed a hack instead of grabbing the Linlin, that probably would have been a smarter play. Or at least it would have given us... No, because at the end of that turn, he had 2 swingers. He had the... he had a 5k, and then he also had his leader swing, so... Potentially not... Well, no, because if I would have grabbed hack, I could have KO'd the second swinger. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I think the hack would have been a better idea. 8... I mean, yeah, I'll take that. So on 4, what can we do for 4? We can potentially get this down. I don't think we will. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Peachy. Welcome, Peach. How you doing? Welcome to welcome to One Piece. Watch me get raked over the coals. Thank you so much for the follow. Always appreciate that. How you guys doing? I hope you like One Piece. Hope you enjoyed the clown. How was your stream, Peachy? I saw you were playing Dead Space, right? One Piece. Hehehe. I was Dead Space. Before I started, I saw you were playing a bit of Dead Space or Overwatch. You were playing one of the 2 games. I do not remember. Let's see. For Dawn, we can do like 2 separate swings. Super fun. Oh, I'm glad. Are you playing the first one or are you playing the second one? Oh, you're playing the first Dead Space, I'm assuming. If this is your first time playing the game. First one's the best. I like the first Dead Space. Great first game to play. Dead Space 2 is pretty good too, but it's kind of a lot of talking. And then, do I even want to play this out? Probably not. I think, I kind of want to keep searching, but I don't think we need to search. There we go. Come on, Buggy. Clown, man. No! Oh no, the game broke? Oh, rip. I wonder what happened. Was that on Steam? Oh man, buggy game. Speaking of buggy game. So you're starting from some square one again. Holy moly. Well, at least you won't get jump scared second time around. Come on, Buggy. What part are you on? How far are you in the game right now? I'm guessing you're probably halfway, if I had to guess. What? Yippee, I won! We take those. We take those wins. I saw this carrot. I want to play carrot. I haven't played carrot in a long time. We have this. On 4 Dawn, we don't have much. Might mulligan this. Winner! Alright, thank you, Blaze. Good luck. Good luck at regionals when the time does come. Hope you get a long rest. Enjoy your time. I'm just meeting. What is this? Why is our seer? Richard? What are you doing, buddy? Can we play the game? Do. Yeah, I remember I played Dead Space back when it released, so it's been a hot minute for me. It has been a hot minute indeed. All I remember, well, I don't know if I want to spoil anything. Well, you said you got like pretty far into the last chapter and got, okay, so you did get to the last chapter. But yeah, I think in the first one of the more significant parts I remember was like one of the zombie aliens grabbing you by the leg and dragging you through the hallway. That was like, that like engraved itself into my memory. Like that became a core memory after that time. After that happened to me, it freaked me out. That was fun. Good old fashioned fun. Okay, excellent. What do you think about Isaac's wife? I have nothing to do at 4. This is one of the downsides to playing Koala, is sometimes you can just draw the wrong curve. We got nothing. Neither of us have anything on the board. Oh, this is so funny. Give me something. I'm dying here. I need something to play. At 6, what do we do if we can drop Robin at 6? Yeah, that's great. Love that. If we drop Robin, what are we discarding? Maybe that. Oh my god. Finally, I have something to play. What are we trashing? We might end up actually just trashing this. Because we can't even play this dragon. We only have 2 cards in the grave. Unbelievable, man. This is so bad. Yeah, we got 2 cards in the grave, so there's no point in playing the dragon next turn. We might as well just drop the Katakuri. I mean, I don't know if the cards are listening right now. I think the cards have it out against me today. But I believe I'm going to play this game out regardless of how good or bad it goes. Because I got to get practice in with this deck. I got to get a couple of games in. I got to get good at this. I'm still testing this out. I'm still putting things together. 3K. I should have definitely left something up. That's fine. We could... He might... No, he won't be able to swing here. He can definitely swing there, though. I'll take this. We will... Yeah, we'll trigger that out. Perfect. Get wrecked. It's my turn to play One Piece now. So, we can drop that. Let's go ahead and drop that to the... Add that to the bottom. Then we're going to... swing here. See if he wants to use his blocker or not. We got cards at hand. We have 1 extra blocker. I'm not really concerned. Thanks to our trigger, our Karasu trigger, we got a backup blocker. What will you do now, Carrot? The cards are against you. This is a searcher for Zoe, right? Zoe restands the minx types. Placing that. Okay. Oh. What are you gonna do for 10? You're gonna drop down Dofi? Freeze my 3 characters? That's not the end of the world. I have a Katakuri. I can deal with your silly Dofi. Ooh. Interesting. Guess what we're doing next turn? Oh no! Well, no, it's KO'd. Okay. We should be fine. I'm going to get some food, but I'll be lurking. Have a great stream. Okay, thank you so much, Peach. Thank you for dropping by. Always, I love seeing the homies in the chat. I love that so much. Good luck. Hope you get some yummy food. You definitely deserve it. All right, come on. Please. He's got 2 blockers and this big chungus here. Because this is going to put into life. This only protects from KO effects, so we can push this into life. And then swing twice. There you go. And then we're going to start swinging. Use your blockers. Use your blockers! No! No, you weren't supposed to take life. What are you doing? He's gonna rest 2. He's gonna rest my blockers. You damn dingus. And I don't have a Revo type. That's an 8 cost on the field. No. Oh man, I'm scared. So what's he gonna do? He's either gonna kid, he's an 8-drop kid, or he's gonna Hody me. I think in this situation it would be smarter to Hody, or it would be smarter to kid, to drop the 8-drop kid and pray that I can't swing over it, because dropping the Hody Jones gets you 1 extra attack. Assuming I can't defend out of it. Which, in hindsight, I probably should have kept those. No, I couldn't use these anyways. These will only be 2k counters in hand if I kept the Dawn open. So these would have been pretty useless anyways. He did have a, I remember seeing a 10-drop Doflamingo. There's always a chance he just drops the 10-drop. I don't think it would be the smartest move, but he could. Because he'd be able to just freeze, like, what? 1, 2, these 3? I don't think he would freeze the blocker. He's already at 0 life. Don't matter. Attached on here, rest it, play out maybe another Rosinante. If only this could bottom deck a 7 or trash an 8. What could you be searching for this late? Another 2k counter. Oh, interesting. Oh, so he's got 2 blockers now. He's gonna swing in for 6. He could get rid of this. I'd be willing to let that go. Let's see. So we can assume he has at least 4 to 6K in hand. Plus blockers. We're gonna trash you. Let them trash a card from hand. All right, well, let's go down to the mines. I won't be able to draw off of this. Okay. He still has that Hody in hand. Keep in mind. Yep. Speaking of the devil. Ah! So we can expect a 9 cost swing. Still no Revo. It's pointless. This is such a bad card in hand. I need something a little better in hand than this. Again, maybe I should have played one of these out. Let's see. Oh, that's not helpful. Go on. Swing with your pathetic 9. Hey! No way! Totally pulled that out of my ass. That was unintentional. That was a major fluke, if I've ever seen one. That was quite fun. Let us... Quits? No? No quits? Pirate? Pirate 2000. I'll go second. I'll keep. That's fine. We'll get another game in, and then we will probably look at the deck, give some final thoughts, and then push this raid over somewhere else. Actually, I don't have a buddy. No one else online. But we'll see. For now, I think we're going to double search, though. Get that grave nice and juicy. Grab this. Oh boy, that sucks. Got no revels in the grave. Unfortunate. Ooh, this is something different. I guess this is to recycle your pheasant pecks. What you grab? Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, if this guy has a pudding, we're screwed. I don't want to lose life that early. But you can afford a life. Go on. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, for 6th Dawn, on our 6th Dawn, we can either Karasu. I will probably end up keeping the Perona in hand, just as a 2k counter. But we can definitely Karasu and start chomping away at his hand. What's he thinking about? At 5 Dawn, what can Kuzan do? Kuzan could drop a blocker at 4. Keep 1 Dawn up for Pheasant Peck. Or Gion. We're not super concerned about Gion. We don't run enough events to really stress about it. Oh. I might try to play this out in the future. Actually. Yeah. Get rid of that. Sucker. Get that out of my field. So, at 6. We'll probably Karasu at 6. Or at 5. So at 7, he can drop down Sakazuki. We can expect to see a Sakazuki or a Jozu. Jozu would probably be pretty good, because then he can bounce this back to hand, and then bounce this to my hand. Oh, that would actually suck. That'd be terrible tempo for me, and I think he would still have 1 Dawn open to either swing or keep the event up. Or Kuzan. That's also an option, I guess. You can freeze that. That's not a big deal. Let that go through. Oh, my favorite boy has returned. Is it a wise decision, though, to play him out? It might be. Because right now he's probably going to counter out our Pheasant Peck. Go on, take the life. Okay, that's fine. Oh, this is... Why are you playing this? That's very interesting. No tempo for you. So at 9, he's definitely going to be playing out Garp. He's thinking. He's thinking hard. Yep. Figured. Another Garp. Okay. Yes. So he'll be able to attach a Dawn here. Man, I wish I had pudding. I wish I could pudding this guy's hand. Do we even let this go through? I'm a little scared to let this one go through. Because we got to keep a relatively high life total. Because now his bodies are getting pretty big, out of control. At this point, we need to find a... We don't really have much to play out with Dragon. We don't have a ton to play out with Dragon, even if we did find it. If we find Robin... It'd be cool if we found Robin. Just trying to think. I think we can start here. Get him to discard a card. We could even Perona. I don't even think Perona is like a bad idea. Oh, thank God. Thank God we got a pudding out of his hand. Okay. I think we play a dangerous game. Thank God. And then what are we trashing? We have Karasu, but Karasu may not last very long. Okay. Whew. Now, either we can play out... We might end up playing out the Karasu. Because, yeah, his bodies are getting pretty big, so we're going to want to block out of most of our hits, out of his hits. Primarily trying to protect the board. This is a very interesting list. Oh, that explains why he's playing this. Oh, this guy is cooking. He's cooking, man. He's in the kitchen making spices. Maxing and relaxing. I like it. You guys pretty good. I say we could take this. We don't have to, but we could take it. Maybe we don't have to. No, I think we take it. Because I don't want to get that low in card hands. I still need cards in hand to just prevent him from like overcommitting. I don't want him to think he's gonna win it. Where are you swinging, buddy? Which means he'll probably either swing here. All right, there's the first onslaught. Let's go. What can we even play out? We can play out that hack, huh? We could even play out the... No, we don't have a trigger in hand. All right, buddy. Start trashing. It's a good sign for us. Ooh, we could play this out. Ooh, we could play this out. Go on. Go on. Pick your poison. Which way, Western man? Go on. Oh, are you saving yourself for a turn? You son of a gun. Come on. YOLO, we go. Yeah, let's do it. Yo, GG. Oh man, I didn't get the GG, yo. That was a good fight. That, oh my goodness. What a Chad. Also, I forgot to mute my chat. That could have ended poorly. Let's go ahead and just mute the chat just in case, but I do appreciate the GG. That was a good game as well. Holy moly. Because he had these were the only two cards he had in hand. Yeah, there was no way. Because what could he had? Oh, he could have got these two. No, he can only get Lin and this, huh? Yeah. Oh man. Dicey play. Holy moly. That was such a good game. I appreciate that. I appreciate him GGing that. That was a good game to play. Let's refresh. Interesting. Chose to go second, so we're on our first curve. We actually have a pretty decent curve. We don't have a searcher, but we do have our Karasu into potentially Nami. Trashing this. So first card in life is probably something he wants, if I had to guess. Oh, interesting. All right, that's fine. Do we let him just have it? No. That's what I was expecting at the top of his life. So we're at 5. We can trash this. Probably get rid of this. Yeah, it's 4. On KO. Does this KO? This does KO. Ugh. But we can't have this on the field. I gotta think. I think we play out this Karasu. Because this Karasu is going to put pressure in hand. Won't be easy for him to remove. And getting rid of this, maybe I wonder if I should have got rid of this. This is a tough one. Maybe if he's at like 2 life, we can think about getting rid of this. I'll take this. Thankfully, it was a 2k counter. At 6 Dawn, what does Nami want to be doing at 6? What do you play for 6? Can you play Blocker out? Oh, Red Rock. Well, F me then. I guess that's how that story's going. We can play out. We can play out Linlin. I don't think it's a bad idea. Because they're going to trash cards or trash life. We're going to trash probably this Nami now. Probably should have trashed this instead, but that's fine. Because we have a hack, this could still be useful. They took the life. Interesting. I think we block her out of this. Not yet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then for 6, Chozu. Okay, that's fine. I'll just make you do it again. Do we make them do it again? Actually, we can still get them to trash stuff. All right, and then we will hack. Thankfully, with hack, this is still good. This is still live. Yep. It was, we had to do it at some point. Son of a gun, I'm dumb. I'm so stupid. I should have played that a little differently. That was a boo-boo on my end. Kaido, man. Crazy. What do we have in trash? We still have hack in trash. And we have 3 other Revos. It's 11 cards in hand, man. That's crazy. Ah! How dare you! Take that, heathen. There we go. Now we did it in the proper sequencing. Now we can block this one. Although he doesn't have a 4-drop, so whamp whamp. He's got it's got a lot of cards in hand, man. I don't know. I don't know if we have this. We could try to push. We could totally try to push. Come on, I know you have more than just that. Don't just fake me out like that. Listen, either you got it or you don't. We'll see. Yeah, he totally had it! That was good. Let's see. Ooh, here's a fun one. Let's see if we can get into this game. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll keep. All right, Zoro. Oh, he's playing with the slash package. Yeah, this makes sense. Well, not this one, but he is going to be running the 8-drop locker. So we got to anticipate that. But you know what? Zoro, unless he doesn't, like, the thing is, if he uses his leader ability, he's going to be burning his life. And this is exactly why we love Koala. He's going to be taking his life for a while, unless he wants to play with the vanilla leader. We could actually play out Piranha. This is what makes me nervous. See if we can just get him to waste a card for that. Because he's going to be able to cycle But if he's gonna keep using like things to play characters out, he's gonna keep burning his life. So I'm not worried about hitting him necessarily. What I'm worried about is his board getting too out of hand and his hand size getting too big. Next turn we can play out the Karasu and keep pressuring this. I mean, sure. If you want to be taking another life hit, that's fine with me. 3K. It won't block yet. 6, 7. Yeah, because he's about to take a hit. Wah, 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 wah. We gotta start taking hits pretty soon. Pretty low in hand size. Actually, we may even want to play this out. Because it's gonna trash a card in hand. But we would be getting rid of Karasu, which kind of sucks. But that's fine. This is like immediate. Dropping down to, I think, 4? Yeah, it should be 4 cards. All right, what's the plan? Ooh. VV on play. If your leader is multi and you have more than 5, draw 2. Or is it 5 or less? 5 or less cards in hand. Doo-doo, doo-doo. We can actually very easily block out of this early. Because none of these guys, I mean, he might be able to swing this really hard. Let's see if we can bait him into hitting this. See if he wants to attach an extra Dawn. Yeah, I knew it! You greedy! Greedy, greedy little man. Trying to see what we can play out with this. Maybe we can play out a Karasu. All right. I think we play out. Maybe even Karasu is not the right answer. Maybe it's no, maybe Karasu is the right answer because we do still need an A cost on field. Well, no, yeah, let's get the blocker Karasu out. So we need to return these 3, and we're gonna play. Yeah, we're gonna play out Karasu. Do-do-do-do. And we'll see if we can deal with this. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Come on, you gotten so much value out of this Cavendish. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go, friend. You don't need him anymore. He's just a weight. He's weighing you down. Yeah, let's go. What's the goal? My favorite duo. Oh, fun. Oh, well then. Ugh, wasn't expecting that. What are we grabbing? What are we grabbing, boys? I think we grab, we can either grab Dragon or we can grab, I think we grab Linlin. Yeah. Oh, this is tough. He'll probably want to trash a life. I'm expecting he'll take the life. I don't think he's gonna get rid of cards in hand. Not like it really matters. Because we just need one Dawn open. This is the one I'm kind of a bit scared of. No, you're gonna save it? Oh, buddy. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, friend. Ouch. Oh, there he goes. So, yeah, this is pointless in the hand now. Ugh. Is this a Fishman card? Oh, please don't let this be a Fishman. It has to be a Fishman card. There's no reason, there is no other reason why he would play this, unless it wasn't a Fishman. Oh, thank God it wasn't a Fishman. I got so scared. I'm like, no, my dragon! Oh, funny, funny stuff. So 7, 8. Yeah. That would have been a great trigger. Yep, rip. That sucked. All right. We are wrapping things up. That was a good game. Let us look at the deck again. Here we go. So, what have I learned? I've learned this deck is not fully cooked, but this is a pretty good list. I've had good moments, and I had bad moments. Things I want to change. I do want to go up an extra Robin. And maybe that means going down a Linlin. Maybe this is the way we go. I really do like having Linlin in here, but I don't know. Also, Nami, I feel like Nami didn't do very much in our games. Maybe we can get rid of Nami and go back up a Linlin and maybe a Katakuri. Oh, that's rough. It's a lot of no-K counters in hand. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I think that's the list. It's good. I do like it. I think we're cooking. we're cooking real good with this. We kind of do need a little bit more support pieces, but we are getting really close. I would definitely say in OP13, we have at least one new card to play with that I know about. We got this Sabo to play with in the next set. Well, no, this is, no, yeah, PRB2. In PRB2, we're getting this Sabo, which is a great replacement for, I guess, this Betty. Or even this Kuma, but probably the Betty more than likely. So it'll be great to add this to the deck. Other than that, man, I'm not sure. Maybe I should listen to what I was saying earlier and potentially get rid of this dragon altogether and just build a generic list that works. Not sure, but I do like where this list is going, and I think I'm gonna do a little more testing because there were a couple of misplays. Like in the first game I think we played, there was an opportunity to bring back either Linlin or Hack. I chose the Linlin. I think that was the wrong choice. I think Hack could have saved us in that first game we played. The other games, I don't know if there was a way we could have saved ourselves in the other games we lost. Not sure, but I don't think this Nami ever came up, or at least wasn't like advantageous to play this Nami out. So there is a world where we just get rid of this Nami and go up like the Linlin, Robin, or Katakuri potentially. This was great. This was an all-star. I love Katakuri. To this day, still the GOAT. Still the GOAT of One Piece. Love this guy. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys, and we're gonna see if we have anyone we can raid into. I don't believe so. So, oh, we do have at least one person hanging out who we might raid into. I've never really talked to this guy, but Halibert Chint. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about raiding into him because I don't really know him that well, but I know him through Goofy, so I think we'll hang out with him. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. I will catch you guys in the next one. So let me get raids started. Make sure we keep the train going. And I'll catch you, I think, tomorrow. No, not that. It is. Pop. That work? Yeah, let's go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you in the next one. So until then, goodbye. Bye, 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 bye.